everything up. Pretty sure I do. Hello, hello. Welcome to Leap Taken. This is Mika. Here at Leap Taken, I talk about all things witchy, craft related, law of attraction, manifesting, esoteric, and everything else in between. All right, so this is a witchy review. So I'm going to be talking about, let me just make this stop, this alert. Um, and it's the alert telling me I'm online. Anyway, I'm going to be talking about two subscription boxes, or two, yeah, boxes that one, you probably already know if you watch my channel, on Witch's Root, but it's my first ever inked Goddess Creations box. Plus, I want to talk a little bit about this book. So this is Circle Covenant Grove. Ignore my nails. We're going through some right now. I'm doing some work. Deborah Blake. The foreword is by Patty Whittington, which I've already read that. But I want to talk about December in this book. So kind of a review. This is a newer book. This book just recently came out, and I know I did not link it in the description. So let me rectify that now. In case you are interested in getting this book. So far, I'm not reading this in a traditional way. I kind of read the foreword and stuff like that, but I'm like thumbing through where we are now. I'm not starting in January and going through because I don't know why. That's the way I want to do it. But let me find this book and put the link for Amazon. I am a Amazon affiliate, so if you use my link, that would be nice. You don't have to do anything you don't want to do, but it does help me when you do that. So I'm going to get it. Now, I purposely got this in the paperback. Well, I don't even think she was doing this as a Kindle option. Yeah, that's why I didn't do it. Because I would have preferred, I'm finding I read books faster if it's on Kindle. I'm going to put this in a description. In the chat, if anybody is interested. I don't want emoji. Stop doing that. Okay, what? I don't like this new way that YouTube is doing things. I don't want to do it this way. Like, why are you? I don't want emojis. I just want to pin it, but I'm fighting for my life, so I'm gonna just let it go. Anyway, moving on. So, yeah, this is it. So I don't think anybody's here yet, so I'm just gonna go on and you can catch the replay. So December is the month for holiday celebrations. Remember, this isn't for a specific year. So we're jumping ahead. December is a month for holiday celebrations, no matter which religion you follow. Very true. For pagans, the holiday is Yule, which falls on or around December 21st. Yule is a celebration of the winter solstice, the longest night of the year. Heads up, she's Wiccan. So, yeah. In the Wiccan symbolism of the turning wheel of the year, this is the time when the Holly King, who represents the dark half of the year, is overthrown by the Oak King, who represents the light half of the year, thus ensuring the slow return of light and warmth. The goddess, as mother, gives birth to the infant god, completing the cycle of birth, growth, death, and rebirth. Hope is reborn again. Wiccans celebrate Yule by making wreaths of pine boughs, or boughs, or holly, or by bringing a small living tree indoors and decorating it with apples, cinnamon sticks, or popcorn to feed the wood sprites that might come in with it. Why am I craving popcorn? Oh my god, I want popcorn now. Anyway, I've been my mind. Anyway, so that's the Wiccan way. So here's the thing. I'm not Wiccan. I used to be a very long time ago. That's how I got my start in paganism, as an intentional way of living my spirituality was Wicca. So I'm not like against Wicca. I don't have anything negative to say about it. For me, it was just something where I felt like, okay, there are some parts I could get with and some parts I couldn't. I just felt like for me, it was not where I would stop with my spirituality, but it doesn't, because I hear a lot of people say, oh yeah, I started with Wicca and then I moved on. Like I got into more depth in my spirit, like as if there's something wrong with it. And I don't think there's anything wrong with it. And I know people who started Wiccan and they're still very much Wiccan today, and it's been decades. Deborah Blake is one of them. So I have like a lot of respect for people who they found something, it resonates with them, and that's where they are. I think that's a positive thing. So I won't be speaking negatively about Wicca. I just know for me, it was something where I definitely came into it and I gained so much information. And most of the books at the time was written from a Wiccan perspective. So I was able to easily find material resources. The only thing I would just say is that for me, I keep saying for me for a reason, for me, there were gaps. And I didn't know what the gaps were. I know, of course, now, years later, where it just wasn't going to feed me spiritually. And I am someone who I don't like the color always within the lines. I say always because sometimes I do. Sometimes I like some tradition. Sometimes, but I want it on my terms. You know, I don't want to do it the way it was told to me or written. Anyway, so for the month of December, she has an extensive Yule ritual. In this book, remember, this is Circle Covenant Grove, a year of magical practice for a coven. I probably should have started that sentence off. So this has everything to do with for coven work. Could you work these as a solitary witch? Yes. The rituals, you have to make some modifications, obviously, but yes, you could. Um, it took me a minute to realize when she put HP that meant high priestess. I was like, what is HP? Like what the high priestess says. There's some drum beating in this, which I'm a fan of, by the way. But it's very like the rituals are very Wiccan inspired, like with the cakes and nails, which I at the end of I know my covenant's ritual, we always say eat, drink, and be merry. So yeah, I'm with it. But anyway, December new moon ritual, crafting a Yule wreath. This is what I just wanted to give you some ideas. So you can use books like this to give you some ideas from a pagan perspective on how to go about celebrating. I hope I don't have too much glare on these glasses. I try. Anyway, so you can use these books, like I said, for trying to give some meaning to your holidays that doesn't have a maybe a commercial Christmas or definitely like a Christian overtone to it. And I think like you can take what you want from this. For instance, for the upcoming new moon. So she's talking about a Yule wreath. So you need like a base, evergreen, freshly cut evergreens. Yeah, we're not gonna be able to do that where I live. I live in Arizona. But you can kind of make your own. You can go artificial if you have to, because for some of us, it's just not going to be an option to have access to like that sort of stuff. But yeah, she's giving you, something to do. Take turns passing the wreath form around the table, tucking in pieces of pine. So, like as a coven, imagine it. So, you've got it as a base, and everybody goes around and puts a new piece of material onto the wreath. When the wreath is mostly filled in, this is for the new moon for you. I mean, for December. Take your marker and write your wishes for the coming year on some of the ribbons. So there's some ribbon involved. Oh, I love this idea. And then once the evergreen and ribbons are complete, pass the wreath around the circle, because you're in a circle, the coven. Hey, Chaos. Hi. Hey. So once you're doing that, you can, it says here, let everyone take turns placing other items or wherever they like in front of the reef. So this is a nice little group activity to do something like this. Wouldn't this be fun as witches? I saw someone who's not a witch, Jackie Ina. She did a little party with some of her friends, and she had all the materials, and you would make your own wreath. So kind of on the same vein as that, except it's a ritual, but you're doing one. Oh, that is so cool. I kind of like this. I wish my coven, we don't all live in the same place, so it's done virtually. Um, I wish that was possible because this would be something we could do and it would be fun. When it's done, you can hang some ribbons around the bottom part of the wreath. You can write the name of your group on these if you want, or more wishes. If desired, you can bless and consecrate the wreath when it's done. But imagine as a solitaire, that does sound fun, right? As a solitaire, you can do something like this. And you can include your wishes and things of that nature that are symbolic to you onto the wreath. So yeah, okay, start with the artificial one because, like I said, everybody can't go get fresh cut evergreen. Um, hang the wreath wherever you meet the most often. So again, from a coven perspective, and you can share it. or you can share it. So like somebody could take turns hanging it. Oh, that's cute. Be sure to display it at your winter solstice feast if you have one. And then she goes into the full moon gathering for the winter solstice feast, which now that I'm looking at this, I might do this myself. First of all, what am I saying? I might do this. I'm already, December is a time to celebrate. I'm doing a Yule feast for me. I'm doing um, still something on special Christmas. And when I say feast, you're cooking something a little bit more special. And I'm going to have several options. They won't be large amounts, but it'll be a feast for me. um, this is so cute. I like this. Anyway, so this is what you can expect from the book. It's broken up by month. So, you can, like I said, modify this, get some great ideas for what to do on a new moon, a full moon, and whatever the holiday is for that month. So I'm liking the book so far. Like I said, I'm going to be making modifications. I missed the first 10 minutes, but I'll go back and watch it. Thank you. Well, we're about to get into the main point of this, but I wanted to talk a little bit about this book. I'm not reading this book from like beginning to end. I did read the introduction and the foreword by Patty Whittington. This book just recently came out. I put the link to Amazon if you wanted to purchase. From my understanding, it's not available for Kindle. But let me just kind of read you the blurb on the back here. Gather your fellow witches and let the coven make magic. Written with the coven in mind, Deborah Blake's Circle Coven and Grove is a fantastic resource for the magical group looking for a solid ritual framework. Whether you are a new coven looking to jumpstart your group rituals or an established coven looking for fresh new ideas for rituals, then Circle, Coven, and Grove will make an excellent addition to your library. So, and I agree. I think it's really solid book. The other thing, which I'll go into detail about on next Friday, is I am reading Misplaced Magic. Let's make sure I don't lose my place. I'm going to show you the cover in just a second, as soon as I could get there. I'm on my iPad reading it, which is Kindle app. Here we go. Misplaced Magic by Jessica Dodge. First of all, the cover art. Is the cover not I love this. I will want something similar for myself if it makes sense when I do publish my book. Anyway, yeah, from the best-selling author of The Forgotten Witch, which I read and did do a review here as well. I'm digging this book so far, like a lot. Once again, she takes us overseas. So, it's not based like in the Americas. It's based in Wales, I believe, which is very interesting to me. I did my ancestry DNA, and I do have a somewhat significant amount of DNA percentage tied to that particular region of the world. So that's interesting to me. So I'm reading that, and I like the way this author writes. I like the way she introduces magical components in the book and kind of builds you up so you're getting to know the characters. The pacing of it all, I don't feel like it's taking too long. The characters, it's one of those books where they don't know they're magical. So, but it's not contrived because, there's a formula a lot of people follow and it annoys me. I try to stay away from that myself. I'm trying to. But like at some point, come on, the characters, girl getting to know, or you got these powers. Come on, let's get into it. Anyway, moving on. So let's talk about, and you already hear the bells, Inked Goddess Creations box. So you can go here to inkgoddesscreations.com for the December box. Although I know she's sold out. Maybe she redoes them. I don't know. I signed up obviously ahead of time. Now, let me just tell you about what I love about this particular company. And by the way, if you follow me, Leap Taken on Instagram, I met the owner of Inked Goddess Creations in person. I was at a tarot convention, and she is so nice and lovely. And I'm a witch, and I'm also an empath, and I generally got like decent vibes off of her. Not decent, like positive. Like she was really cool, down to earth, and she genuinely seems like a nice person. And I would trust purchasing items from her. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, we see things online and you buy like witchy supplies and things like that, especially when you're getting more like in Etsy and those spaces, and you're really taking a gamble because if they are enchanted items, you don't know their energy. But I got to actually meet this person and some of the people that she works with that were running her little booth area at the tarot convention in Tucson, and this was just like what, September, October, I think. And she was really lovely, and everybody was friendly. And I purchased a bunch of stuff then from her, but this is the very first box that I purchased. I was gonna say I love that you can just try. I didn't commit to a monthly subscription. I just bought December's box. So this is December's box. So let's get into it. So this month's Ink Goddess Creation box contains Witchy Elixir glass mugs. So I'm going to take it one by one. So it comes like this. So I did open the box so I could make sure everything was in here before I start talking about it. But let's get into what this is. So this is it. I'm trying to hold this so you can see. The Witch's Elixir. Hopefully you can see that because I know there's a glare, sorry. I don't know how people do it. Let's see if I can do it. Yeah, it says the Witch's Elixir. That's all I got for you. That's what it says. So, this is a cute mug. I like the mug. Love the mug, actually. I could see, having a cup of tea. I was talking about like having some, this is a perfect amount for hot chocolate without doing too much. And then like having the whipped cream on top. So this custom clear glass mug is perfect for practicing mug magic. We're going to get back into that in a second. As you can visualize your witchy brew becoming infused with your intentions as you stir them in. Mug holds over 6 ounces of your witchy elixir of choice. So there you go. The next item are witch bells. I'm trying not to ring these bells too much because somebody is in my home sleeping. I have a nurse in a household who works nights right now. Anyway, look at this. I adore this. First of all, I wanted to display this immediately. I just got this in the mail like a day or two ago. But I couldn't because I wanted to talk about it today. But boy, do I like this. And I'm going to be hanging this up shortly. This is going on the door. I have a wreath already on the inside of my door. So I think I'm going to put this on the outside. Yeah, I think so. No one's like, in my household, nobody's coming, going late where it's going to wake me up. Plus, I have an alarm, so that would already wake me up. But let me read this. So, witch bells have been used for hundreds of years for protection and to ward off negative energy, hence why I want to put them by the door. Often hung on doorknobs or in windows. Maybe I should put it in my window. Oh, I do have some command strips. I could put it on my front window. That would be so cute. Oh, I think I will. Often hung up, reading the same sentence. Winter is a great time for protection magic, so place your witch bells in your home or sacred space as part of seasonal protection ritual. And I will be doing that. I love that idea. So we got the witch bells. So the next thing is the Pentacle Mini Yule Stocking. So let me show you. Isn't this adorable? So I'm going to put this over by my altar. I have stockings hanging up already in my house because why would I not have stockings hanging up? I can't contain myself. But I'm going to put this there and I'm going to put something fun in there for me. So it has lining. The lining is this is the lining because I thought it was something. I pulled it out by mistake because I was like, oh, what else is in here? There was something that in here at the time. But so this is Adorbs. Soft material. Stockings represent the magic of the Yule season as they are home to surprise gifts and blessings. This custom Pentacle Mini Yule Stocking is sure to add a bit of witchy flair to your holiday celebrations. Check inside for your special gift. This was my special gift. So it's just like a cluster of crystals. I didn't open it yet, but there's a bunch of crystals in here. So this is pretty awesome. I'm going to tell you one of the things I like to do with these crystal grids. Now, especially when you go, like, I don't know if you've ever been to a metaphysical store. Sometimes people give, like, you a bunch for free. At least when I've gone to some before, they've done that. So I have a bunch of stones like this, and I'm not really sure. So this is an opportunity. If I'm not sure, and I look at my crystal Bible, but I'm not like really too worried about it because I'm gonna um, charge these and encode them with intentions I want them to be used for anyway. So, crystal grids, and this is great for like outside. So, if you want to set up like a crystal grid around your house, kind of just put these in a space inconspicuous. Use stuff like this, and charge them, and like you would any crystal on your new moon or full moon, whatever you want to do. But these are great. That like when you get like bunches like this, put them outside. Put them outside and do your crystal grid. Or if you have like some sort of already uh, crystal like platforms you already kind of have it marked out, maybe there's some sort of geometry shape or something like that, put that outside. Or you can draw that also like with chalk and have them outside as well, depending on your situation. You have kids or pets, they'll destroy, but you get what I'm saying. So this is Witch Miss Crystal Confetti, that's what they call it. A blend of tumbled red jasper, bloodstone, green onyx, and quartz to bring abundance, protection, and comfort to your holiday season. So I'm already there. So I can do that with a crystal grid. So I'll be doing that out back because I have to go out. It's chilly here. This is the winter. Look at me. I'm in a sweatshirt, long sleeve, and I'm cozy. I'm drinking out of my Mrs. Claus mug. Like I'm all in. I'm all in with this holidays thing right now. Anyway, the next thing is the peppermint mocha votive candle. So it's wrapped in plastic, obviously. Y'all, it smells like peppermint mocha. I these this is I'm drinking something. Well, it's not the mint kind, but I get the, what is it? Target brand mocha marshmallow coffee for the Keurig, and then I put my oat milk creamer. I'm lactose intolerant, so it's always going to be oat milk for me. I don't like coconut milk creamers, and I definitely don't like almond milk creamers. Almond milk creamers taste like almond milk. No matter what you tell me, I just taste that. Oat milk is just like smooth. Whatever the flavor is, that's what you get. I don't know why I'm on this tangent, but stay with me. Anyway, burn this candle to add comfort and joy to your home or sacred space during the hustle and bustle of the holidays. So I will be doing so. Honestly, like if you didn't want to use this cup, like you could kind of do something like this. And you can put like white salt and it kind of look like snow. I'm just saying. I'm going to use that as a cup because I want to. The next thing is the Merry Witch Miss Peppermint Mocha Cocoa Cube. This. And it says Merry Witch Miss on here, if you can make that out. So you see that's a cube, and it has the cute little, looks like like crushed candy canes on top. So let me read the little card here. Remember, this is my first box. I've never had any of this stuff before. It says, combine this chocolate peppermint cube with 6 ounces of your choice of milk, oat milk for me, in a saucepan over low heat, stirring constantly to turn the cube into delicious hot cocoa. Pour into your witchy elixir mug, stirring in your intentions for the holiday season or even the new year. So this warms my heart. Like, I like this kind of stuff. I'm really excited. Merry Witch Miss expansion pack for the eclectic witch deck. So that's where these come into play. So apparently they sell these, or when you get your boxes from them, you're going to get some cards, and eventually you're going to build a deck. So this is the front of the cards, the eclectic witch deck. One of my coven sisters loves Ain't Goddess Creation, so she has already has a nice little deck building. But let's get into what the cards are. So 2 cards on witch bells and mug magic to add to your eclectic witch card deck. So let's talk about that mug magic. That's this one, mug magic. So it says, infuse your warm beverages with magic and feel the energy within come alive with each warm sip. Practicing mug magic is a wonderful way to boost your everyday routines. I agree. And then it goes on, I'm gonna the whole thing. And then it says use different coffee, teas, cocoa, or herbs that correspond with your intentions. Herbs can be a great addition to a hot beverage for taste and their magical properties. And it goes on, for example, you can add cinnamon to your coffee if you seek more prosperity. Who does it? And I do add cinnamon. You know what? Okay, so lately, one of the things I've been doing, well, really ginger, because this is a time with ginger, right? So, like gingerbread flavor. So, I'm using oat milk with ginger. It's a gingerbread oat milk or something. I forgot what brand it is. Anyway, so I'm using that. So, I'm getting my ginger, which I also attribute metaphysically to um, prosperity and for healing. And then I'll add like a little, just a pinch of cinnamon, and I'll also use some pure vanilla extract as well into my coffee. It's just something about that. It smooths it out, and vanilla just has this peace, metaphysical properties to it, and I want that. And I usually do that when um, I do like some part time work. So like when I leave the house, it's just 2 days a week. And I'll do that. So I'll bring that cup with me in one of my favorite mugs because your choice of mug matters. They're right. So mug magic. So I'm doing that. And then witch bells. So this goes on to say witch bell uses protection and warding, clearing energy, I agree, calling forth elements or deities, prosperity, meditation, rituals. If you like stuff like this, and this is what the witch bells card looks like, by the way, you know, bells are awesome, but you can also clap your hands, snap your fingers, make a noise, um, sing a song, or just make like sounds. It doesn't have to be words, as well for like clearing energy. But sometimes I have bells. I use those in ritual. Every time my coven has a ritual, I use bells. But when we're chanting, that's kind of, I ring the bell 3 times, and that's when we stop. So I'm always using bells for that. But if you don't have bells, clapping your hands around the house. So like if you are, you know, whatever your sage or whatever you're burning for smoke cleanse around the house, you know, after you're done, or even in the beginning, I like clap 3 times, like really hard, kind of just wake up that energy around the house. Vibrations is sound. It's just vibrations. That's all. Um, and for meditation, the bells definitely are good meditation, I believe. I like the idea of prosperity as well. So this is the complete. Oh, it's a little ripped on the side. Anyway, this is the box. This is everything. So they give you this little card, tells me what's in the box here. And the only other thing that came in here is just a thank you card, like a business card. And it says, thank you for your Ink Goddess Creations box purchase this month. Here's your early access to next month's theme. Oh, this is what it is. Oh, okay. All right. Well, there you go with your survival kit. So now you got the sneak peek as well. The Witches Survival Kit for January. I may purchase that one. I don't know yet. I'm thinking about it. Yeah, so I'm gonna try my goodies. Now that I've taken this out, I'm gonna hang this up. Hear those bells. And then there's a key. Look at this. Let's get into this. And that works with me because I work with Hecate. And then the moon, I do a lot of moon rituals. And then, of course, you have your pentagram, the sun, another pentagram up here. Like, I love this so much. Like, this is actually really good quality. And it doesn't feel cheap or anything like that. So I really like this. So that's Inked Goddess Creation. So let's get into what this month's December, the Witch's Roots box unboxing. So they always send you this. So this is what it's like, a full on letter of description of everything that's in here. My only complaint about this, and I feel like this, I have to compare this to the other one. I feel like the font has been modified. Maybe they listen. Because before, I was having a hard time reading the words. You know what? Dang it, I don't know what I did with the other ones. I did a lot of cleaning and organizing over the past few days. I'm going to be posting this week, spoiler, which is room tour, because I've modified my room, changed things around and my altars and all that sort of stuff. And I wanted to, you know, show that off in a video, especially if somebody wants ideas on like how does a witch set up her room, her witchy room. But anywho, so this goes off and starts, one of the most important practices throughout the craft can be found within fostering our ability to face our fears and, more vital, the truths that stand behind them. I agree. We practice humility and openness on a daily basis. So we're getting to what this box is about, the truth teller. Um, and then it goes on, only through seeking truth, although many times hard to hear, can we move forward, diving into the limitless pool of creative possibilities. In this very exciting collection, during the darkest days, we work with a very specific type of divination to find the answers and guidance we desperately need. In addition, we call upon the energies of a highly valued herbal companion to carry us through to a more abundant future. The magical items in this box are as follows. So we're going to start off moringa leaf. So moringa leaf may be an herb that you have yet to I don't know moringa yeah to familiarize yourself with, but we can assure you it carries with it a bounty of magical and beneficial properties. So let's find that. So this is the moringa leaf. This is a good amount in here. Look at this. First of all, that's a lot. Let's smell it. Is anybody like you got smell? It smells like herbs, and I'm giving it to you for you to smell. You know what? I'm so generous. So, let's see if metaphysically the moringa leaf assists us in getting rid of those pestering negative thoughts that always tends to work their way into our psyche, telling us that we are incapable or that we simply do not deserve better. As you work with moringa leaf to nourish the soul and bring healing to the psychic self, allow its energies to broaden and open the pathways to deeper understanding. So, celestial associations is moon, earth. Elemental association is water, earth. So yay, I like that. Actually, this is right on time for me. And then there's the moringa leaf herbal grimoire artwork. So you always get some artwork. I am just collecting these. They're on my a shelf right now on my altar. Eventually, I'm gonna put these someplace else if I continue with these boxes. But this is the page. I like. So yeah. So it just gives some information. Now I can read this, but it's like you gotta put this. It's a lot of like italicized lettering and stuff like that. It could be hard on the eyes. I'm just saying. The next thing is the Radiant Wise Spirit Tarot deck. So it's an entire deck in this. So let's get into the deck. So you have a little guidebook. And here are the tarot cards. I didn't open it. So they're wrapped in plastic. Let's go ahead and open them so we can see what these cards look like carefully so as not to cut them or oneself. This is me saying to myself because I keep... All right, why can't I open these? All right. Any moment. Any second. Why is this so? It's like the pieces of plastic were coming off and not just like in one piece. Okay, there we go. Oh, great, now it's stuck to me. Okay, cool. So here are the cards. And there's, I guess it's a for information card. Actually, no, that's not the cards. Let me take that off. These are the cards. Check that out. They're really cute. The cover is cute. And then, so this is the King of Swords. Check that out. And then we have the Queen of Swords. I'm going to jump ahead to the King of Wands. And then we have the King of Pentacles. Okay, and then we have the Five of Pentacles. Jumping ahead. Oh, so these are, okay, then you have the Sun. Temperance. The Hermit. The Hierophant. And the Fool. just give me an idea of what the cards look like. So we have that. Radiant Wise Spirit. So this says, we are thrilled to have the opportunity to include such a beautiful mini tarot deck within this collection, packed with classical and powerful imagery. The oldest existing tarot deck dates back to the 1400s, though the origins are mostly debated. All right, so let's go and follow your intuition in deciding what calls forth to you at this time. We recommend keeping your cards in a safe space, away from others that may want to handle them. Always state your intentions and ask for guidance and truth. Allow yourself the opportunity to receive messages that may bring uncomfortable feelings and emotions, accepting them as gentle nudges toward pressing issues. It's our deepest intention that you find clarity and expanded understanding within the depths of these beautiful and magical cards. So that's a sweet message for sure. And I think I might have already separated these cards, but it's fine. So this is a cute deck. This is a mini deck, okay? So the next thing on our list is the Wheel of Fortune Tarot Book of Shadows artwork. And that would be this, which I actually adore. I like this imagery. This is pretty. So the purpose of this, it says, we're excited to release a new Tarot Book of Shadows artwork, referencing the Wheel of Fortune. This inspired piece of art includes both the upright and reverse meanings of this card and provides a brief look into the symbolism you will commonly find associated with its imagery. So here we go. Nice. So we have this rough white topaz crystal. And that would be this in here. I will never run out of these little baggies, which is great for like any kind of spell work you're doing, because I'm always getting something in these bags. But this is the crystal that we're referring to. Yeah, this is it. Nice crystal. So this is a rough white topaz crystal. Now, if I saw this, I wouldn't know that's what this was. Now that I'm thinking about it, I would think it was like a clear quartz crystal. So white topaz is one of our favorite tools for refining our intentions into real and positive manifestation. As this stone is colorless, it is useful to maintain a focus of elevated thoughts and desires while working with this companion to receive beneficial results. Keep this white topaz close while planning for future achievements. Elemental association, fire. All right, and then we're going to get into the next thing, Golden Guidance Mini Hand-Rolled Spell Candle. And that would be this. It doesn't smell like anything. So we have hand-rolled this mini spell candle with the intention of providing you with a space of silence while you work with your tarot. As the flame dances before you, allow any anxiety or chaotic thoughts to dissipate. Now, I'm going to tell you something what I like to do. Outside of anointing the candle itself, because I usually keep my oils in a dropper, so just a little bit at the top, not nothing crazy because you don't want to set fire or anything, but just a little bit. And if you want, you can even wrap it in some herbs as well. Roll it in some herbs after you put the oil on. I have a psychic blend that I've created for myself, and what I'd like to do is mugwort is like the main thing, by the way, herb. And I'll roll this. So this would be great. I will definitely use that for that purpose, for readings and things like that. So that's great. And then we have here Wheel of Fortune Magical Anointing Oil. I didn't realize that, by the way. I have my own oil. So this is the Wheel of Fortune oil that they're referring to. Anointing oil. So we have enchanted this magical anointing oil with cinnamon, basil, clove, and sweet orange oils. I have included moringa leaf and blue cornflower herbs as well. Inside your oil you will find a Lumerian, let me get these words right, quartz, said to personify oneness into your aura. We have also included a mixture of our Dharma magical oil from our personal cabinet of witchery into the making of this oil for external use only. So let's smell. And it smells like herby. I can smell the basil, clove, a hint of that sweet orange, and I can definitely smell some of the cinnamon. It's just as they say. I can smell. It's like it's no one thing. It's overpowering, but it's definitely have an herby uh, thing to scent to it. So the next thing is actually before I move on. So when you get oils like this, do you just use them or do you add your own specific intention or like cleanse them? I'm kind of half and half. Sometimes it depends on where I get it from, right? So from Ink Goddess Creations, I had purchased at the time in person when I was at that tarot convention in Tucson. I purchased a kit. It was for God. They have different goddess kits, so it was Hecate for me. So I purchased that, and it came with like a perfume and a mist, and I just sprayed it. I didn't do anything. I outside of putting it on my altar, and an acknowledgement to Hecate, my Hecate altar, which is also my working altar. Um, she kind of proceeds over. So yeah. Anyway, so I just started using. I didn't do anything more. And the in the other box I got from the witch's root, there's a Persephone, which I love the smell of this. A Persephone like spritz, a room spray, and I just use that. So I think I'm gonna believe them, and I'm gonna use their oils as is. I'm gonna if you tell me it's enchanted, let's use it. You know ultimately, whatever you're doing with it, as long as your intention is there, combined with their, enchanted product, I mean, you should have success. So moving on to the forest ritual incense sticks. So let's find that. That would be this. So the forest ritual incense sticks that have that have been included are a perfect fit for burning during rituals in the coming evenings. Allow the smoke to enhance your ritual space and provide a sense of peace and hope. Uh, let's see. I would do this now, but I would need to get up and open this window. Ooh. Oh, ooh. Oh. I'm trying to tell you what it smells like. Hold on. It's giving woodsy. Oh, I love this so much. But a clean scent underneath. It's giving men's cologne, like a nice men's cologne. I don't know names, so I can't tell you what it smells like, but it's like this clean scent with a woodsy, a bit of like cedar. Mm, girl. Boy. Man, woman, child. Oh, I like this. Oh, I like this a lot. Oh, this is getting burnt today. This is good. This is good. This in a little bit of maybe pine, woodsy pine, clean cedar. I don't know. It's good. Oh, I like it. Oh, that is such. I hope that smoke is just as good because sometimes you smell the incense and the smoke doesn't give it the same. You know what I mean? But I've so far been very satisfied with their incense sticks that they've sent. So I don't know, but this feels like clearing. Like this feels. What they say is for peace. Yeah, peace and hope. I like this. I like this a lot. I would have to go on. I'm gonna see if I can get more of this. I like that. But anyway, I gotta burn it first. But so far, so good. And then the final item, which is a tarot card reading. We've included a separate tarot card. Um, oh, that's what I saw in here. Okay. Place inside your collection. Please, okay, hold on. To place inside, we know that the message this card provides is a direct nudge from your guides and may hold the answer to any urgent situations you're currently experiencing. So it must be. I saw this other card and I kind of put it to the side. What is it? This? Wait. We have included a separate tarot card from your Tarot, Radiant Wise Spirit Tarot to place inside your collection. Is it this one? I don't know. I'm so confused right now. Like, where's the separate card? It was it this or was? Was it the child? I don't know. This is okay. So we have these cards. So this is the only thing separate. But I thought this was like just the ad. Well, where's is this the? I'm gonna be fighting, trying to figure out what's the card that they're talking about. I don't know. Was it that? An extra card. Then this was like on the bottom, so I hope it's not this one. I don't want this card. The Four Swords. This had to have fallen out. I'm not tripping, right? Yeah. This had. Well, what is this extra card? I don't know. I'm gonna have to go through. Oh wait. Oh shoot! This is my extra card. Look, because I'm trying to understand what they're talking about. So I got the same card. So this is the extra card. Thank you for staying with me. And the incense is getting to me anyway. Bless me. Gesundheit. Um, and then it says, we have curated this collection to be a companion during these dark nights leading to Yule and the eventual return of the sun. We urge you to rely upon the glimpses of insight found within these items to carry you through to a more informed stance as you prepare for growth and transformation. May the coming months be filled with joy, connection, and higher purpose. Blessed be, and blessed be indeed. So this is the whole box. So, okay. Why y'all give me the Four Swords though? I don't know if I accept this. I'm looking at their little book that came with it too. Because I'm curious to know what they're defining: vigilance, withdrawal, solitude, solitary retreat, exile. I mean, that kind of fits the time, like withdrawing a little bit. Who isn't right now? Who isn't kind of going within a little bit more at this time of year? So, I mean, we'll take it. I I'm doing the best I can. I'm doing the best I can out here. But yeah, probably a little bit, probably a little bit more um with I wouldn't say withdrawn. Maybe I don't know. Like I'm I am enjoying my alone time, my downtime, a lot. I the part-time work that I said that I do, it's really kind of solitary work. Like I'm just like I'm in my car, but like I'm not really doing spending a lot of time with people. Like a short period of time. It's very quick situations. So encounters is what I'm trying to say. So yeah, maybe so, and I like it that way. I kind of don't want to change that um, situation for myself because I do like my downtime, my alone time. So yeah, maybe that's true. I'm not chomping at the bit to like do a lot of social things right now. Isn't that interesting that this is the time a lot of people have like office Christmas parties and holiday events, and it's a lot of time people are together. So I don't know. In this one space, I want to be around people I really care about, loved ones and stuff like that. In another space, I kind of just want to be by myself too. So maybe they are right. Maybe that card was for me. Maybe that was the perfect reading for my situation because I'm in this in between state. Um, I'm also, believe it or not, I for the first time thinking, I was like, do I have New Year's New Year's Eve plans? I'm trying to put a plural on Eves. Um, and I started thinking about like, do I want to do something in particular? I don't know. I know it's not a lot of people here watching, but if you catch this on a replay, like, do y'all want to do something? I usually post New Year's Day, and it's a vision board. So I know I'm going to do that. Do I want to do a New Year's Eve thing? I don't know. I have my own traditions for New Year's Eve. Um, my traditions, and this is, I haven't always been able to observe this because I was married before, and when you're with other people, they have their own agendas, and maybe you don't get to do what you want to do all the time. But I'm not currently in that situation, so I can do what I want to do. um, I used to like to watch the ball drop, as corny as that is. Like I like to have food, and good food, finger foods, and toast with something champagne or something champagne esque, prosecco in my case, um, and wear something cute. Even if you're home, this doesn't have to happen in my house. I could go to somebody else's house and this be happening too, by the way. Or at one year we were standing outside, so like that's me. I don't know, kind of. I don't really like large crowds. I have never really liked large crowds now that I think about it. It's not my favorite. In concerts, I love live music and going to a concert and feeding off the energy of, if like, the fandom, which is why in 2024 it is going, I'm manifesting, is good. Spoiler, I'm definitely doing a vision board party, virtual party. It's going to be live. That is going to be happening on New Year's for sure. But with that being said, and I'm looking over at my vision board right now, by the way. Um, there's a couple K-pop groups that I definitely want to see in 2024 when they do their world tour. If you don't know about this, don't worry about it. I don't know what to tell you. I'm a fan. But I'm a fan of a lot of different types of music. So like Beyonce was a must for me, and I saw her and I made that happen. Do y'all know how crazy it is that I got to see Beyonce? You don't know. You don't know the what I thought would be obstacles that I had to go through. What I thought would be obstacles, but it really wasn't, because magic is real. Um, but I thought there would be. I thought the pricing was gonna just knock me out. It did not. I seriously paid to go to see Beyonce in decent seats. I wasn't on the floor, but I was like not too far from the floor. I was not in the nosebleeds at all. I was like, if you weren't on the floor, the seats, I was there. I was up in that area, and I here in Phoenix, and we, for 2 tickets, I spent just over $200 for 2 tickets, and I got them like I was in that lottery thing. Anyway, it was a whole lot. Like, I love that to this day. I love, and I saw the movie. The movie was everything. I'm thinking about going seeing it again in the movies, because it's motivating. You feel good walking out. I don't care what your thoughts are. I don't get women who tell me they don't get Beyonce or like her. It's like, well, it's a choice. I don't have to like her music. When you go that hard, there's something else going on. But that's another conversation. Um, this woman has been working for 20 plus years. Like, she's not too far from getting to a 30-year career in the entertainment industry, and that is amazing. And to be so relevant, that's something to be said. So like, just watching her behind the scenes in the movie, she gives you behind the scenes of her work ethic and how you see it happening and transitioning to her daughter. um I don't know, it's something to be said for that. I was inspired by it, plus the music. Plus, I love that she says, and I didn't hear this in Phoenix because it was loud, but she said, this is a safe place. When she, at the concert, she would say, this is a safe place. This is a safe place for people, whoever you are. Listen, I'm in the category of people who look for a safe place. I am non-Christian, very far from it. Anything in the Judeo belief, Christian belief, I'm not in that arena. We need safe places, because if you haven't been paying attention to the world that we live in this country here in America, like, they are literally trying to create laws so that you can't express yourself that might come across as saying something anti about a specific religion. Um, so yeah, what is being perceived as anti. So basically, if you speak up for some people, it can be interpreted you're having hate speech about another group of people and the religion that they follow. So yeah, we need safe places. um, And of course, the LGBTQ as well. I am not in that category. I try. That sounds funny. I try because sometimes I feel like relating to same sex is safer for me, but I don't know because I've heard people who are in relationships, in same sex relationships, specifically other women, and they're like, "Who told you that?" People are people, so I don't know where there's a safe place in that category. But anyway, moving on. But yeah, I know I'm gonna be doing a vision board party. Um, and like I said, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna do live because I did that last year, and I think I'm gonna actually make the board. So maybe we can make boards together. Um, so just like have all your stuff ready to go, and we'll do it like on the first. But New Year's Eve, would that be fun to do like a New Year's Eve party, like virtual party? I don't know. I don't know. I like doing my stuff by myself, but it would be fun to toast. Will I feel like doing it? I'll be tired. I go to bed pretty early. I don't know. I'm gonna think this out. Let me know in the comments. If I don't see anybody acknowledge this part, then I'm just gonna move on from that and just keep it to the New Year's Day thing. But I will end it here. My review of the boxes both were really good this month. I don't really know what I'm gonna do with this. I'm be honest. I don't know. Do I burn it? If I don't know if I can consume it, I'm burning it or I'm adding it to oils and things like that. But they already gave me an oil, anointing oil. But I know how I'll use the anointing oil. I know how I'll use the candle. Definitely burning this. The artwork is beautiful. The tarot cards, full disclosure, I don't know if I'll be using these. Maybe. Um, this is the classic Rider Waite tarot uh, deck, and I don't know if this is for me. I tend to like a more not every deck that I have, but most of them I like a little bit more inclusiveness. I like different body shapes, like different tones. I like seeing what is considered, masculine presenting cards, and I like seeing sometimes someone who is, a woman essentially in that role, and vice versa. So I kind of like that sort of stuff. So this is not giving me that energy. Um, so I don't know if I'll use the cards. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. I may repackage that and send to someone else who might want that. Um, but I'll get to that. Um, yeah, I'll have to think that over. But in the meantime, also Circle Coven Grove, kind of like a bit of a review on this. This is good for magical groups, yes. And I'm just going to go on a quick tangent and not rant, tangent about magical groups online. So, I tried to start a kind of, I didn't try, I succeeded, a coven online. I did it on my Discord channel. I did this 3 years ago. Oh, 3 years ago? Almost three. I'm in my second year, so it's going on almost 3 years. Excuse me. It has seen, at one point I had a full 13. At one point I had a full 13. But one by one, they dropped off, and then I would get a new person in, and it was back and forth. So eventually, I closed the coven. And it's just who us members are, and it's very serious for us. But then I created a safe place for witches on Discord, which is kind of like a virtual coven. That was my intention. I didn't want anyone to feel like they had to participate in everything and show up for everything. Where my actual coven, there's coven bylaws and stuff like that, like because I'm sharing myself, and they're like we're very personable there. So a safe place for witches is on Discord, and I really hope this continues to grow that space because ideally I would love to take that space and make it like a public coven. Now, here's where I'm going on my tangent. I see other people create a they have like Ink Goddess Creations. I know it's public. I think you have to pay for something. There's another space. Dang it, they're a Hecatean group of witches. Gun in my head, I can't remember. Covina, what the frick is this? Cindy Brannon. I participated in like a free event to kind of get an idea about it. But my point is, but it's a little expensive over there. Mine is free. I'm not trying to charge you; it's free. The Safe Place for Witches on Discord. Just full disclosure, is a free place. But my goal was to start like being able to uh, post rituals and things like that for free, and have events at least for the high holidays, um, and virtual things. So it's kind of like a Zoom call, and you can get dressed up and bring your cocktail of choice, and share, and just for witches to feel safe. If you're Wiccan, you're good. If you're a hoodoo worker, practitioner, like whatever, you're I want a place where people could come and be safe. I will be, full disclosure, like I just, the participation is just not there, which goes into what I'm about to say. In other spaces, I see it's not a lot of participation. Like people are not really talking to each other. Events are had, but people don't really show up. And I get it because I was kind of that person too. At one point in my practice, I didn't always like, I would sign up for stuff and I didn't show up. Usually because life. At the time, like having like a husband who be making other plans for me, and I that was a thing. And I didn't always, I was not part of the decision, the plans until the last minute, that type of stuff. Honestly, having kids, and they kind of want to spend time with you, so I get that. So I totally understand that. But at the same time, I know that at one point in my practice, I was really craving community of other witches. Um, I remember at the height of that was like when I was living like in Tennessee. I lived in Murfreesboro, Tennessee at one point, and I actually found some in person folk. Uh, Several times I did like two stints at this. One group, they were supposed to be a tarot group, and that's where because I would only read words. I wasn't around anybody who said the word tarot or tarot, so I was pronouncing it tarot, like carrot. The shame, the shame. So I'm sitting, like we meet at this like local coffee spot somewhere, I think in Nashville. Yeah, I think that's where we were. So we met there, this little small group, and I'm just talking, and I was like, yeah, because this is my favorite tarot deck, and I love tarot. And tarot this and tarot that. And this girl was looking at me, the one that organized it, and she was like, right. So we all, the tarot is this and the tarot, and I kept thinking, why is she pronouncing it that way? That's not how you say it. So, because of that experience and so many other experiences where I've probably really embarrassed myself, or I never came as someone who knew everything. I was looking for community, and not for someone to teach me necessarily anything, but just to commune with other people. But if you are communing with other people, you're going to learn things. Like I learned how to not pronounce it like carrot. So, because of that meeting. And I met a couple of other times, but I met some other witches in that community at the time, and we like exchanged phone numbers, and we met up together. And if you've never watched my channel, in the mountains of Tennessee, where this woman is taking us on a tour of her land, and she's a witch, and these are like older witches, so she's showing me this and this and that, and it's like dark outside, and I had a very supernatural experience. I wasn't alone with two other witches, and I an entity attached itself to me. I took it home, and I was haunted for like a full month or so afterwards. Horrific experience for me, but it was an experience that brought me closer to understanding my ancestors and ancestor veneration. Um, we'll never forget that experience. It was actually life changing. From that experience, I was introduced um, in the spirit realm, in a dream state, to my ancestors, because up until that point I hadn't been working. I'd never done ancestor veneration. I never worked with my ancestors directly. Maybe like in some sort of like ritual. It was just like some sort of, acknowledgement because I'm reading a ritual that was already written. But I personally had never done any real ancestral work. And boy, did that change me forever, that experience. But that was me seeking community. We're not even going to talk about how I drank mead from the same cup of like a good 10 to 12 people that I had just met that night. I have had some experiences. So I'm providing you a less crazier opportunity to meet other witches or people who might just be under the pagan umbrella. Um, I'd like that to be a safe place over on Discord. So the link for Discord, it should be in the description of this video. So head on over there. And then if you're there, try to participate. I don't want it to be a situation where I have to always lead. Because even if I do, sometimes people are responsive, sometimes they're not. And it's growing. It's not like 10 or 12 people over there. I think it's getting close to like almost 60, 70 people in that space. But it's like pulling teeth to get people to participate. So I'm bringing all this up. This is tangent almost over. I'm bringing all this up because it's not a Mika problem. It's not a leap taken problem, because I have seen throughout the years in the virtual space, people kind of just collect membership and sign up for things, but they don't like participate. So if you are watching this, like, to build this community that you probably seek just a little bit, you kind of like the idea of it, you need to kind of put yourself out there just a little bit. And you don't even have to put yourself out there a lot. You could just be like asking random questions or like posting some random stuff. Not too much on other people's stuff. Be respectful, because this is still my space. I have a website. I offer spiritual services as well, and not too much on that. But there are rules in the Discord channel about that. But outside of that, yeah, you're open. Like if you see something interesting, you can post it in that space. That's perfectly fine. If it's something too crazy, I'll let you know. But as long as you're not like advertising someone or yourself, we're good. But I do want to grow that space, and I'm gonna keep going, because I'm a if you build it, they will come type person. So I'm gonna stay hopeful and positive that in 2024 that space kind of can grow more into some of what I've envisioned for it, like a public coven where there's not, stress about, oh, I can't make it to this ritual or this event, am I still allowed to come to the next one? Like, of course, you can kind of drop in and out, but more dropping in than not. That makes sense. That's one of my visions. That's going on the vision board, by the way, but I just want to share it ahead of time with y'all. But I will be wrapping up here. Ink Goddess Creations, Stellar Box, Witch's Root, the consistency is there. If I did nothing, I just love the incense that they bring, and some of the oils. So definitely love this. This candle smell. I'm getting like a whiff of this, and I'm loving it. And I think this is both going to be happening in my household shortly after this video stops. All right, so enjoy your Friday. I will be back next week with a book review. The book that I was reading on Kindle. I'll be talking about that. So far, it's really good. I'm just going to heads up, but I'll be doing a breakdown analysis on that. And yeah, so that's all for now. So, all right, bye. Everybody enjoy. Oh, do the YouTube thing. Like, subscribe, share. Hit the join button for the Leap Taken membership here. Go to leaptaken.com. Don't forget this. I'm doing a 30% off for the month of December, any services that I offer. The coupon code is Winter Solstice 23. Yeah, that's the end of the spiel. All right, thanks. Bye.